Welcome back. And today is some really interesting stuff in the charts. Let's get right to it. We have the S&P 500. You guys are currently, if I zoom in right here, sitting on that line again. If you break it, remember most likely you will head to the downside. This is high probable is about here to 660. That's the most probable spot where it will go to. It can also just come down here to this blue line, which is kind of like a wall, and it can just bounce off of 652. And if it breaks the wall, well, you say hello to Mr. Big Yellow Line, your greatest form of support. But nothing much right now on the SP 500. Your NASDAQ, it is still bouncing inside of this pattern. Still hasn't done anything. We will see. It can still spend next week or the week after just bouncing inside of this pattern here. But we will see what happens. Also, your Dow Jones, you have it bouncing inside of the pattern. It did find support on the giant line that goes back forever ago, which is good. It didn't break up out of the pattern though, so we still can see it possibly having a pullback. We will see. It's not doing much besides going sideways right now, doing a topping formation. Usually it like tops a whole lot and then it turns around. Same with when it goes down, bottoms a whole lot and then it goes back up. But we will see what goes on next week or the week after if we get any break of the pattern. The Bitcoin! Yes! You guys broke up out of the pattern, but it's not doing much. It's coming back down to retest. These lines can be drawn a little bit differently now. We will see. I'm not thinking about adjusting them just yet. I want to see a little bit more price action before moving them. But so far, your Bitcoin can still come up and possibly hit the giant yellow line. We will see. If it breaks this yellow line or orange line, it depends if you're colorblind or not. If it breaks back down into this orange line and then goes lower, then no more pattern. So no more higher Bitcoin. So far, it's bouncing on the line. It just came down to retest it. You just need to find support and you will keep going higher. Most likely. Gold is having its little pullback or topping pattern right now. Tried to fill in the little gap here that it left with a wick. Cool. It can just go down a little bit, touch the bottom of the pattern, find support, keep going higher. If it breaks the bottom of the pattern, goes lower. Breaks the top of the pattern, goes higher, but at a much quicker rate than it's currently going. Ah, yes, silver. It hit my price target. Good. You're in a pattern. If you break up out of it, most likely you'll hit, what was it, 98? Yeah. You'll most likely hit $98. Would you look at that? You're at $98. So what do? It's up to you. Either you're a holder and you keep holding, or you're an investor and you take a small profit. I'm not going to tell you when to buy or sell. That is completely up to you. And we can see how close to the price target we hit. Yeah, went past my price target. That's amazing. Here's your oil. I said on Wednesday, after you touch the giant yellow line, you'll most likely pull back and not break through it, even though it could break through it. But usually, because the giant yellow line is so hard to break through, usually gets rejected. And would you look at that? Got rejected by it. So for those of you that saw the nice swing up, put some paper digits on there, made your paper trading account go higher. Good for you. Now to go further on oil, you're not doing much. You're doing a healthy pullback right now. I don't see any patterns right now, although your 200-day moving average rejection, which the 200-day average is the yellow line, can keep going lower. You'll most likely find support around here or down here. Here's your banking system health. I should really pull up the credit card debt chart. Usually they get tightened around this time. You'll see why. I'll explain why later. But You came down, and then now you found some form of support here. You started going up a little bit. It's a very, very weak bounce, so I'm not going to bet a lot on it. It can still come down and touch this little support that I drew. We will see. Or it could just come all the way back up and hit this line right here, fill this little trail that I left a hole in, and do that. But right now, unidentified where the banking system health is, just I would say sideways movement. Now your dollar, it's starting to chug away and start going to the moon. For those of you that do know or don't know, that's a bad thing. Usually means recession in most cases, historically. But still, your dollar has to come back down because you have to think of the market like stretching a rubber band. You can only stretch it so far before you let go and it resets. And then your hand hurts. Here, you would want the dollar to go back down, touch the giant moving average again, and then hopefully break down below it and then keep going lower so you're not in that little deflationary period. Now, why I said to bring up the credit loans and all that was because here you have the 2-year yield. This is what the Fed follows. We broke up out of the pattern. The Fed has to look like it's in control, so it may have to hike rates. The Fed is still somewhere up here. It's the 200-day moving average right here that I have shown. The Fed is, I remember from memory, it's around here, 3 something. But if the 2-year yield keeps going higher, and if we clear this moving average, then you'll have even more support to the upside. Right now, all your price target is, if we move this right on over, is, I don't know if I'll hit it, 4.207% on the 2-year yield, just because it broke out of this pattern. How likely is that to happen within the next few days? Very low, because the 2-year yield does not shoot through the roof. It will take a few weeks, maybe months to try to hit that percent, which means you'll have multiple rate hikes, most likely if the 2-year yield keeps going up. Here's the 10-year yield. You have your breakdown that I said, oh, good. You're almost in the safe zone. And then come up and retest. Good. That means you're probably going to get confirmation to the downside and go lower and have less inflation. More of a deflationary cycle. You broke all the way through the pattern. You went blasted right through, said, we're going to go to the moon, Gordo. So now you have to move some lines. Something like that. It's an updated pattern now. Now you can see all the points where it bounces on it, and it bounces over here, and then just say, okay, there you go. You still have a very, very slight chance of going lower. If you get rejected by the giant yellow line, good. If you don't get rejected and you break through it and continue to go higher, it's not so good. Here's your bond market, also known as TLT. You can trade this if you want. It had a head and shoulders pattern, broke to the downside, and then it started retesting the giant moving average multiple times, broke up, and then trying to fall right back through it. The price target of this is all the way down here at $85.55. But we will see, because this is currently going flat, and usually when it goes flat, you got to draw a pattern on it and all that. I don't see a pattern to draw on it right now. Maybe a flag. Here, I'll show you. Something like that. It's really roughly drawn. That's okay. If you break down, you go lower. And if you look at the price target on it, it will most likely, oh, it gets really close to the price target of the previous pattern. If you break up out of it, then you just go up, probably hit that price target. Cool. TLT's just gone sideways, and that's about it. Now, the relationship between TLT and the yields in the stock market is usually when the bond market goes down, yields go up. And then the stock market, if news are good, like you have good job reports and everything like that, good inflation, whatever, then the stock market will go up with yields. If news is bad, then your stock market usually goes down with the bonds while the yields go up. That's just how it goes. Anyways, if you guys enjoy this content and if you have a stock, I can even check out crypto. Go ahead and comment that. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys next week, Monday. Don't go too crazy on your weekend.